Today we are going to talk about some of the most powerful end-time prophecies in the Bible. These are not ordinary words. These are prophecies that God revealed many years ago about the future of the world. Some of these prophecies have already been fulfilled, exactly as the Bible said, and some of them are happening right now in our time. That is why it is very important for us to understand them. So I want you to stay with me to the end of this video. Number 1, the prophecy of wars and rumors of wars. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 to 7. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus to his disciples about the signs of the end of the age. This prophecy is telling us a very important thing. In the last days, there will be wars and rumors of wars, and nation will rise against nation. This prophecy is being fulfilled because wars and conflicts are happening in many parts of the world today. Number 2, the prophecy of increasing wickedness. In the second epistle to Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1 to 5. This prophecy was written by Apostle Paul about the condition of people in the last days. This prophecy is telling us that in the last days, people become lovers of themselves, lovers of money, proud, disobedient, and without self-control. This prophecy is being fulfilled because these behaviors are increasing in the world today. Number 3, the prophecy of false prophets. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 11, Jesus warned about deception in the last days. This prophecy is telling us that many false prophets will rise and deceive many people. Number 4, the prophecy of the gospel reaching the whole world. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus about the preaching of the gospel before the end comes. This prophecy is telling us that the gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a witness to all nations. Number 5, the prophecy of knowledge increasing. In the book of Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, this prophecy was revealed to Daniel about the time of the end. This prophecy is telling us that many people will travel from place to place and knowledge will increase. Number 6, the prophecy of the mark of the beast 666. In the book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 18. This prophecy was revealed to John about a system that will control buying and selling. This prophecy is telling us that people will receive a mark in the right hand or forehead, and no one will buy or sell without it. This prophecy has not yet been fulfilled, but many believe the world is moving towards such a system. Number 7, the prophecy of a global government system. In the book of Daniel chapter 7, verse 23, this prophecy was revealed to Daniel about a final kingdom that will rule over the earth. This prophecy is telling us that a powerful world system will arise that will influence the whole earth. This prophecy has not yet been fully fulfilled. Number 8, the prophecy of the Antichrist. In the second epistle to the Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 to 4. This prophecy was written by Apostle Paul about the man of sin. This prophecy is telling us that a powerful leader called the man of sin will rise and exalt himself above everything that is called God. Number 9, the prophecy of the regathering of Israel. In the book of Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 21 to 22. This prophecy was revealed about the restoration of Israel. This prophecy is telling us that God will gather the people of Israel from many nations and bring them back to their land. Number 10, the prophecy of the final battle, Armageddon. In the book of Revelation chapter 16, verse 16. This prophecy was revealed to John about the final battle of the last days. This prophecy is telling us that the nations of the world will gather together for a great battle called Armageddon. This prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. Number 11, the prophecy of the Great Tribulation. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus about a time of great suffering. This prophecy is telling us that there will be a time of trouble greater than anything the world has ever seen. This prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. Number 12, the prophecy of the falling away. In the second epistle to the Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, this prophecy was written by Apostle Paul about a great falling away from the faith. This prophecy is telling us that many people will turn away from the true faith in the last days. 13, the prophecy of the days of Noah. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 37, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus comparing the last days with the days of Noah. This prophecy is telling us that the world will become very sinful and careless before the coming of the Son of Man. This prophecy is being fulfilled. 14, the prophecy of scoffers in the last days. In the second epistle of Peter chapter 3, verse 3 to 4. This prophecy was written by Apostle Peter. This prophecy is telling us that people will mock the promise of the coming of Christ. Number 15, the prophecy of earthquakes in many places. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that earthquakes will happen in many places in the last days. Number 16, the prophecy of pestilences. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 21, verse 11, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that there will be pestilences and diseases in the last days. Number 17, the prophecy of fearful events. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 21 verse 11, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus about terrifying things in the world. There will be feared of with fear events and great signs from heaven. Number 18, the prophecy of persecution of believers. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 9, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that believers will be persecuted and hated by many nations. Number 19, the prophecy of the second coming of Christ. In the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 11 to 16. This prophecy was revealed to John about the return of Jesus Christ. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will return in power and glory as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. 20. The prophecy of the new heaven and new earth. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 1, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will create a new heaven and a new earth where righteousness will dwell forever. 21. The prophecy of the coming of the man of sin. In the second epistle to the Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, this prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. A lawless man will appear in the last days and exalt himself above God. Number 22. The prophecy of a time of trouble for Israel. In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. This prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that Israel will face a time of great trouble, but God will protect his people. Number 23. The prophecy of the coming of the false prophet. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a false prophet will rise and perform great signs to deceive the world. Number 24. The prophecy of the kings of the east. In the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that kings from the east will come in the last days for the final battle. Number 25. The prophecy of the abomination of desolation. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 15. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that something sacrilegious will be set up in God's holy place in the last days. Number 26. The prophecy of the falling away of many. In the second epistle to the Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. This prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. This prophecy is telling us that many believers will fall away from the faith in the last days. Number 27. The prophecy of false miracles and signs. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 24. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that false signs and miracles will appear to deceive many people. Number 28. The prophecy of increased travel. In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. This prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that people will travel quickly from one place to another in the last days. Number 29. The prophecy of the coming of the Son of Man. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 30. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will return visibly in the last days for all to see. Number 30. The prophecy of the nations being angry. In the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 18. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the nations of the world will be angry and God will judge them in the last day. 31. The prophecy of the trumpet judgments. In the book of Revelation chapter 8 verse 6 to 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will send judgments on the earth in the last days through trumpets. Number 32. The prophecy of the bowls of wrath. In the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 1 to 21. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will pour out his wrath on the earth in the last days. Number 33. The prophecy of the beast from the sea. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 1 to 10. This prophecy was revealed to John. A powerful leader will rise from the sea, speaking blasphemy and ruling many nations. Number 34. The prophecy of the two witnesses. In the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 3 to 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that two powerful witnesses will prophesy in the last days and perform miracles. Number 35. The prophecy of the great earthquake in the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 18. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a massive earthquake will shake the earth in the last days. Number 36. The prophecy of the moon turning to blood. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 31, this prophecy was revealed by the prophet Joel. This prophecy is telling us that the moon will turn to blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Number 37, the prophecy of the sun being darkened. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 31, this prophecy was revealed by the prophet Joel. This prophecy is telling us that the sun will be darkened before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Number 38, the prophecy of stars falling from heaven. In the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 13, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that stars will fall from the sky in the last days. Number 39. The prophecy of the coming of the Holy Spirit's final work. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 28. This prophesies that God will pour out his spirit on all people in the last days and they will prophesy and see vision. 40. The prophecy of the coming judgment of the wicked. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 12-15. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that all the wicked will be judged by God at the end of the age. Number 41. The prophecy of the Antichrist deception. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 14. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the Antichrist will deceive the nations with signs and wonders. 42. The prophecy of the persecution of the saints. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 7, this prophecy was revealed to John. The Antichrist will make war against God's people and overcome them for a time. Number 43. The prophecy of the fall of Babylon. In the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a great city called Babylon will fall and be destroyed in the last days. Number 44. The prophecy of the wrath of God poured out. In the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 1, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will pour out his wrath on the wicked in the last days. 45. The prophecy of the sun and moon darkened. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 29, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light before Christ returns. 46. The prophecy of the stars falling from heaven. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 29, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that the stars will fall from heaven as signs of the end times. Number 47. The prophecy of the gathering of the nations. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 8, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will gather the nations for battle after being released for a short time. Number 48. The prophecy of the lake of fire. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 14 to 15, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that death, Hades, and all the wicked will be thrown into the lake of fire. Number 49. The prophecy of the New Jerusalem. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to John in us that God will bring down a holy city, the New Jerusalem, for his people to dwell in forever. Number 50. The prophecy of the nations judged. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 12, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that all nations and people will be judged according to their deeds. Number 51. The prophecy of the trumpet of God. In the first epistle to the Corinthians chapter 15 verse 52. This prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. This telling us that the last trumpet, that the dead will be raised. Number 52. The prophecy of the resurrection of the dead. In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 2. This prophecy is telling us that many who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt. Number 53. The prophecy of the signs in heaven. In the book of Luke chapter 21 verse 25. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. It tells us there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars before the coming of the Son of Man. 54. The prophecy of the coming of the kingdom of God. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 21 verse 31. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that when we see these things happening, know that God's kingdom is near. Number 55. The prophecy of the great tribulation for the earth. In the book of Revelation chapter 7 verse 14, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that those who come out of the great tribulation will be saved and serve God. Number 56. The prophecy edged sword. In the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 16, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus will judge with a sharp sword from his mouth, representing his word. Number 57. The prophecy of the coming of the day of the Lord. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 31. This prophecy was revealed by Joel. This prophecy is telling us that the day of the Lord will be great and terrible, coming suddenly on the earth. Number 58. The prophecy of the cosmic disturbances. In the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 12 to 14. This prophecy is telling us that the sun will turn black, the moon like blood, and stars will fall from heaven. Number 59. The prophecy of the coming judgment on the wicked cities. In the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 21. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will destroy the great cities of the wicked suddenly and completely. Number 60. The prophecy of the coming of God's justice. In the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 2. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will judge the great harlot of Babylon for her sins and avenge his servants. Number 61. The prophecy of the coming of the Antichrist authority. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 7, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the Antichrist will be given power over all nations to rule and persecute God's people. Number 62. The prophecy of worshipping the beast. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 8. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that people will worship the beast and follow his authority. Number 63. The prophecy of the earth shaken. In the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 12, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that there will be a great earthquake in the last days as a sign of God's judgment. Number 64. The prophecy of the martyrs. In the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 9 to 11, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that the souls of those martyred for God's word will cry out for justice. Number 65. The prophecy of the coming of the bride of Christ. In the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 7 to 8. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the church, the bride of Christ, will be prepared and made holy for his return. Number 66. The prophecy of the coming of the Lord on a white horse in the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 11. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will return in power and glory to judge and make war in righteousness. 67. The prophecy of the end of Satan's reign. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be bound for 1,000 years and will not deceive the nations. Number 68. The prophecy of the 1,000-year reign of Christ. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 4, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Christ and his saints will reign on the earth for 1,000 years. Number 69. The prophecy of Gog and Magog. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 8. This prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that Satan will gather Gog and Magog to battle against God's people at the end of the millennium. Number 70. The prophecy of the second death. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 14, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that all those not written in the book of life will be thrown into the lake of fire, the second death. Number 71. The prophecy of the new heaven and new earth. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 1, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will create a new heaven and new earth where righteousness will dwell. Number 72. The prophecy of the holy city, New Jerusalem. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us the New Jerusalem will come down from heaven, prepared for God's people to dwell forever. Number 73. The prophecy of no more death or sorrow. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 4, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that in the new creation there will be no death, crying, or pain. Number 74. The prophecy of God dwelling with his people. In the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 3, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that God himself will dwell among his people and they will see his face forever. Number 75. The prophecy of the river of life. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 1 to 2, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a river of life will flow for healing. Number 76. The prophecy of the light of God. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 5, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that in God's kingdom there will be no night and the glory of God will give light forever. Number 77. The prophecy of the return of Christ is imminent. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 7, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will come quickly and those who are ready will see him. Number 78. The prophecy of the testimony of Jesus. In the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 17. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the followers of Christ will keep his commandments and hold the testimony of Jesus in the last days. Number 79. The prophecy of the two witnesses authority. In the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 6, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the two witnesses will have power to strike the earth with plagues and warn the nations. Number 80. The prophecy of the final judgment. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 12, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that all people will be judged according to their deeds before God. Number 81. The prophecy of the woman and the dragon. In the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 1 to 4, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the woman God will give you birth and the dragon Satan will try to destroy her child. Number 82. The prophecy of Satan thrown down. In the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 9, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be thrown down to the earth and deceive the nations. Number 83. The prophecy of the beast rising from the earth. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a second beast will rise and deceive people with signs and commands. Number 84. The prophecy of the global control of trade. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 17, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that no one will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Number 85. The prophecy of the image of the beast. In the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 14 to 15, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that an image of the beast will speak and cause those who do not worship it to be killed. Number 86. The prophecy of the heavenly signs. In the book of Luke chapter 21 verse 25, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars before Christ's return. Number 87. The prophecy of perilous times. In the second epistle to Timothy chapter 3 verse 1, this prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. This prophecy is telling us that the last days will be very dangerous times, full of sin and deception. Number 88. The prophecy of false teachers. In the second epistle of Peter chapter 2 verse 1, this prophecy was written by Apostle Peter. This prophecy is telling us that false teachers will arise and lead many people into sin. Number 89. The prophecy of the harlot Babylon. In the book of Revelation chapter 17 verse 1 to 5, this prophecy was revealed to John. A great harlot will corrupt the nations with her sins and pride. Number 90. The prophecy of the kings of the earth. In the book of Revelation chapter 17 verse 12 to 14, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the kings of the earth will gather to fight against God and his people. Number 91, the prophecy of the wrath of God upon the nations. In the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 3, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the nations will drink of the wine of God's wrath because of sin and corruption. Number 92, the prophecy of the fall of the wicked. In the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 8, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that God will suddenly destroy the wicked in judgment. Number 93, the prophecy of the coming of the Lord in glory. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 30, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will return visibly in power and glory for all to see. Number 94, the prophecy of the rapture of the church. In the first epistle to the Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16 to 17, this prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. This prophecy is telling us that believers in Christ will be caught up to meet him in the air. Number 95, the prophecy of the coming tribulation. In the book of Revelation chapter 7 verse 14, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that there will be a time of great trouble for the earth before Christ returns. Number 96, the prophecy of the two witnesses' death and resurrection. In the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 7 to 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the two witnesses will be killed by the beast and then raised to life by God. Number 97, the prophecy of the final battle, Armageddon. In the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 16, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the nations will gather for the final battle at Armageddon. Number 98, the prophecy of the Antichrist destroyed. In the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 20, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us the beast and false prophet were captured and thrown into the lake of fire. Number 99, the prophecy of the Satan's final defeat. In the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 10, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be thrown into the lake of fire forever. 100, the prophecy of the eternal reign of Christ. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 5, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will reign forever and his people will live in his kingdom without end. 101, the prophecy of the coming day of the Lord. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 31, this prophecy was revealed by Joel. This prophecy is telling us that the sun will be darkened, the moon turned to blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. 102, the prophecy of nations in distress. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 21 verse 25, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that there will be signs of fear and distress among the nations in the last days. 103, the prophecy of people fainting from fear. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 21 verse 26, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that people will faint from fear and anticipation of what is coming on the earth. 104, the prophecy of the coming of false messiahs. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 24, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that false messiahs will appear and deceive many in the last days. 105, the prophecy of the time of tribulation. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 21, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that there will be a time of trouble unequaled in history. 106, the prophecy of the abomination of desolation. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 15. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that something sacrilegious will be set up in God's holy place. 107, the prophecy of the end times being like the days of Noah. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 37, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that people will eat, drink, marry, and be unaware until the flood of judgment comes. 108, the prophecy of people being deceived. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 4 to 5, this prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that many will be deceived by false teachers and false signs. 109, the prophecy of the sun and moon signs. In the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 31, this prophecy was revealed by Joel. This prophecy is telling us that the sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the Lord's great day. 110, the prophecy of the coming tribes of Gog and Magog. In the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 2 to 4, this prophecy was revealed to Ezekiel. This prophecy is telling us that Gog and Magog will rise in the last days to attack Israel. 111, the prophecy of Gog's attack against Israel. This prophecy was revealed in the book of Ezekiel chapters 38 to 39. This prophecy is telling us that Israel will be dwelling safely in the last days before the attack of Gog. 112, the prophecy of God's intervention in battle. In the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 22, this prophecy was revealed to Ezekiel. This prophecy is telling us that God himself will bring judgment on the armies attacking his people. 113, the prophecy of the gathering of the nations. In the book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 14, this prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that the nations will be gathered by demonic spirits to fight against God. 114, the prophecy of the final victory of Christ. In the book of Revelation chapter 17 verse 14, This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Christ and his saints will overcome the beast and all evil. 115. The judgment of the beast and the false prophet. This prophecy was revealed to John in the book of Revelation chapter 19. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the beast and false prophet will be captured and thrown alive into the lake of fire. 116. The prophecy of Satan's final binding in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 2. This prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that Satan will be bound for 1,000 years, so he cannot deceive the nations. 117. The prophecy of Christ's millennial reign in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 4. This prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that Christ and his saints will reign on earth for 1,000 years. 118. The prophecy of the resurrection of the wicked in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 5. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the rest of the dead will rise to be judged after the 1,000-year reign. 119. The prophecy of Satan released for a short time in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 7. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be released after the millennium to deceive the nations again. 120. The prophecy of the last rebellion in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 8 to 9. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will gather the nations for one final rebellion against God. 121. The prophecy of the judgment of the nations in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. It tells us that all nations will be judged according to their deeds. 122. The judgment before the great white throne. This prophecy was revealed to John in the book of Revelation chapter 20. This prophecy is telling us that all whose names are not written in the book of life will face judgment. 123. The prophecy of the final defeat of Satan in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 10. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be thrown into the lake of fire forever. 124. The prophecy of the new heaven in the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 1. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will create a new heaven for his people. 125. The prophecy of the new earth in the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 1. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God will create a new earth where righteousness dwells. 126. The prophecy of the new Jerusalem in the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 2. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the holy city will come down from heaven for God's people. 127. The prophecy of God dwelling with his people in the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 3. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God himself will dwell with his people forever. 128. The prophecy of no more tears in the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 4. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that there will be no more death, sorrow, crying, or pain. 129. The prophecy of the tree of life in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 2. This prophecy was revealed to John, as prophecy is telling us that the tree of life will bear fruit and its leaves will heal the nations. 130. The prophecy of the river life in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 1. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that a river of life flows from God's throne in the last days. 131. The prophecy of the light of God in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 5. This prophecy was revealed to John. There will be no night, and God's glory will give light forever. 132. The prophecy of Christ coming quickly in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 7. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will come quickly and those who are ready will see him. 133. The prophecy of the saints' reward in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 12. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Christ will reward each one according to what they have done. 134. The prophecy of the end of the curse in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 3. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that there will be no more curse in the last days in God's kingdom. 135. The prophecy of God's servant seeing his face in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 4. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that God's servants will see his face and reign with him forever. 136. The prophecy of the coming glory of Christ in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 20. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus says, "Surely I am coming quickly." 137. The prophecy of the end of deception in the book of Revelation chapter 20 verse 3. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Satan will be bound and deception will no longer mislead the nations. 138. The prophecy of the eternity of God's kingdom in the book of Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. This prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that God's kingdom will stand forever and never be destroyed. 139. The prophecy of the resurrection to life In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that many will awake to everlasting life at the end of the age. 140. The prophecy of the resurrection to shame. In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 2, this prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that many will awake to shame and everlasting contempt at the end of the age. 141. The prophecy of the increase of knowledge. In the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 4, this prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that knowledge will increase in the last days. 142. The prophecy of the coming of the day of Christ. In the second epistle to Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 2, this prophecy was written by Apostle Paul. This prophecy is telling us that the day of Christ will come suddenly like a thief in the night. 143. The prophecy of the saints overcoming. In the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 11, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that the saints overcome Satan by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. 144. The prophecy of the coming of the Lord with clouds. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 30. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that Christ will come on the clouds of heaven with power and glory. 145. The prophecy of the warning to watch and pray. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 24 verse 42. This prophecy was spoken by Jesus. This prophecy is telling us that we must always watch and pray because we do not know the hour of his coming. 146. The prophecy of the righteous being blessed. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 14. This prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that those who keep his commandments are blessed and will have the right to the tree of life. 147. The prophecy of the wicked being cursed. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 15, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that all who are liars and sinful will be excluded from God's kingdom. 148. The prophecy of Christ coming soon. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 20, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that Jesus Christ will come soon and we must be ready. 149. The prophecy of the blessing for watching. In the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 7, this prophecy was revealed to John. This prophecy is telling us that blessed are those who hear the words of the prophecy and keep them. 150. The prophecy of the eternal reign of God. In the book of Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. This prophecy was revealed to Daniel. This prophecy is telling us that God's kingdom will replace all kingdoms and reign forever. These are the powerful end-time prophecies from the Bible. We must be watchful and careful, always mindful of these signs until we see them fulfilled. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share this message. God bless you, and may we meet in the kingdom of God in Jesus' name. Amen.